Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's scheduled Tuesday New England Revolution media availability. We'll be joined today by interim head coach Richie Williams. Uh, After Richie, we were scheduled to be joined by Revolution captain Carl S. Heel. There were a few team meetings this morning, which ran long, so as a result, we're not going to have Carlos available after Richie, so we'll certainly effort to make him available to you soon this week. Now, before we begin taking questions from the media, I just want to start by addressing the news this weekend that Bruce Arena has resigned as sporting director and head coach of the Revolution. For any questions you may have related to Saturday's news or the MLS investigation, I'll refer you to the statement issued by MLS, the statement issued by Bruce, and the statement issued by the club, and we'll defer to the league for any future questions regarding their investigation. Now, before we get started with taking your questions, Richie, you had something you just wanted to say to kick us off.
Yeah, as Adam just mentioned, we didn't have training today as we had meeting a bunch of meetings this morning, internal meetings between players, coaches, and management, and in the length of the meetings and what was discussed, we decided as a group collectively that we wouldn't have training today, and then we'll be out tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Richie. We're now be happy to take your questions. To ask a question, please select the raise hand icon. You can see that in the reaction button below. I see quite a few hands up now, so we'll get started with our questions. First, we're going to go to Frank Delapo with the Boston Globe. He'll be followed by Tom Bogert with the Athletic. And then we'll go to Rich Thompson with the Boston Herald. So Frank, you'll be up first.
Right, now, go ahead. A lot of things have happened in the last few days. How's the team sort of processing it? Where do you go from here? You're in second place. Can the team continue at that pace and contend for a title?
Yeah, that's obviously what we're going to strive for, is to continue to be in second place, to continue to play well. We've gotten some positive results. We're in second place in the East, and we look forward to our upcoming 7 matches to continue to play well, get results, and move into the playoffs. And our goal is always to get into the MLS Cup and win a championship.
Our next question will go to Tom Bogert with the Athletic. He'll be followed by Rich Thompson with the Boston Herald, and then we'll go to Jeff Carlisle with ESPN. Tom, you're up now.
Thanks for taking the time, Richie. So, obviously, with all the news and everything that's come out over the last few days, several people within the organization, whether it be on your staff, in your locker room, or just employed by the club, have come out and expressed their support for Bruce Arena. How have you viewed these, and how does that kind of, I guess, make you feel, or any emotions that come with that?
As Adam stated, I can't get into any further details. Any questions regarding the investigation, I have to refer to the league.
All right, thank you, Richie. We'll go to our next question. Rich Thompson with the Boston Herald. Rich, you're unmuted now.
Got it. Thank you. Hi, Richie. Can you just comment on, did Bruce Arena have a much effect on your coaching style? Did he kind of guide you into this career a little bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Bruce, I've been with, Bruce since in college when I was 18 years old, and at the University of Virginia, and basically was 4 years at the University of Virginia. Played for Bruce at DC United with the national team, and I've coached with Bruce in many different places. So yeah, Bruce definitely had a big influence on me with my career.
Our next question will go to Jeff Carlisle with ESPN. He'll be followed by Seth McCumber with the Blazing Musket. Jeff?
Thanks. A couple questions, if I may. To what degree is the coaching staff united and kind of moving forward? I mean, obviously, some of you were with Bruce a long time. And my second question is, what kind of conversations have you had with upper management in terms of your future with the club?
Yeah, just in terms of the staff, again, with me personally as the interim head coach, and they've asked me to take over to be the coach until the end of the season, hopefully into the playoffs and to a championship, and that's obviously what I'm going to be doing moving forward. And again, it's been a very good response over the last 6 weeks from the players, and with results wise, and maintaining our second place standing in the league. And I can't remember the second part of your question.
Hold on, Jeff. I'll unmute you again. Let you ask that. Give me one moment. You're unmuted again.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. What conversations have you had with say Brian or the Crafts about your future with the club?
Yeah, basically, as of right now, the conversations have been they'd asked me to be the interim head coach at this moment until the end of the year, and I'll continue to do that as long as they've asked me to do it.
Okay, for our next question, we're going to go to Seth McCumber with the Blazing Musket, and then we'll go to Pablo Amaro with the Athletic. Seth, you're up now.
Hi, Richie. Thanks for taking the time.
Sure.
What emotions do you feel when you saw that Bruce Arena resigned, and would you like to see him one day coach again?
As I said, I wish I could say more, but again, I'm going to have to refer you to the league on anything regarding the investigation.
Okay, Pablo, you're going to be up now. I'll unmute you.
Thanks for meeting with us. Rich, just wanted to ask how you feel about just the temperature of the locker room right now, and how what are your impressions of where the players are at mindset wise, and are they ready to sort of move past this and kind of get back to business?
Yeah, well, first off, I can't speak for the players. I can, only speak for myself. And as I mentioned earlier, over the last 6 weeks, I think, in terms of the investigation going on and what was going on, basically, I think the players have been very professional, basically they've been very good on the field in training. They've been very good in games. We've had some positive results, and we look forward to continuing that as a team and moving forward.
We have several more hands up in the room, so we'll continue with questions. Next, we will go to Julian Cardillo, and Julian, you'll be followed by Tom Quinlan. Julian? Should be unmuted now.
Hey, Richie, thanks for this.
Sure.
Can you just talk about the transition for you? I mean, a little while ago, you were just the assistant coach, and now you come in and you have head coaching duties. Can you talk about what that's like, sort of managing this team in training, tactically, and then getting them ready for game days? I mean, what has this transition been like for you, and how do you think you're going to kind of be able to step into this role in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I've done this before in the past. I've had some experiences with it in the past, and again, it's never easy in terms of a transition because there's a change in the coach and things change. So sometimes with change, people aren't necessarily comfortable with that. But it's a way to try to bring the team together, not have too much change. Encourage everyone that listen. Again, at the end of the day, we're all professionals. We're out here to we're playing and coaching soccer for a living. We need to go out. We need to enjoy ourselves, and we need to again come together as a group and perform well. And again, when it comes to training, we've always expect them to train at a high level. Tactically, we've always had tactics in place in terms of whether it's in the past or now, in terms of how we're gonna play as a team, how letting them know how the opponent's gonna play, and we're just basically continue that. And again, like I said earlier, over the past 6 weeks, I think the players have been great.
Okay, see quite a few more hands. We'll keep going. Tom Quinlan, you'll be up next, and then after him, he'll be followed by Hayden Bird with Boston.com, and then we'll go to Andy Diasa from Yahoo. Tom, go ahead.
Thank you, Adam. Coach, thank you for the time. Appreciate it. 2 questions. First, from a social media standpoint, the fan base has been very vocal this week. What do you say to a skeptical fan base? And then secondly, do you feel like you're getting enough support right now? Do you feel like people have reached out to you? Like, what are you feeling personally?
Well, again, I think we have a great fan base at the New England Revolution. They've been super supportive of our organization. I think they've been super supportive of the organization from day one when they started the New England Revolution. They've always had a very good fan base. So we look forward to them continuing to support us and help us especially on game day in the stadiums. And they've been great, and we look forward to continuing playing in front of them. Again, for me, I feel like I've been supported very well with the New England Revolution, and in terms of management, and I expect that to continue moving forward.
Okay. Our next question is Hayden Bird with Boston.com, and then Andy Diasa with Yahoo. Hayden, go ahead.
Hey, Richie. Just two questions. The first one, just real quick, just given the I guess, unusual timing of the announcement with Bruce coming at Saturday night at full time of a game. Just did you guys know before or after the game about Bruce's decision? And then the second question is just, given, I guess, this press conference being kind of a microcosm of it, how do you plan to navigate the distractions for the rest of the season?
Well, yeah, so we learned about it after the game, basically, and then again, in terms of distractions, we try to limit obviously the distractions among the group, and we work together to collectively come together and to do our best moving forward, and again playing well and competing on the field.
Okay, everyone, we're going to try to get through all these last hands raised before we wrap. So we'll go to Andy Diasa, and then we'll keep moving. Andy, go ahead.
Thank you, Richie. I'm just curious, is your desire to continue with this club next year, or is that something you visit at the end of the season?
My desire is to continue to be a coach moving forward. Again, what I said earlier was, I'm contracted currently with the New England Revolution. They have asked me to be the interim head coach from now until the end of the season, and that's where my focus is right now.
Okay. Our next question will go to Sam Minton with the Blazing Musket, and then Jamie Rook with Last Word on Sports. Sam, go ahead.
Hello, Richie. Thank you for taking the time. I just wanted to ask, do you feel that your reported involvement in the investigation will have any effect on your ability to coach the rest of the season?
Listen, I understand why you're asking the question, but, as I've said, everything I'm going to say on the subject already, and again, I'd have to refer you to the league.
Okay, we'll wrap up with a couple more here. We'll go Jamie Rook, and then Seth McCumber will go to you for the last question. Jamie?
Hi, Richie. I hope you're well. Just wondering if you plan to make any changes or if you'll keep it largely the same tactically with how Bruce was playing it.
Yeah, we've done a lot of the same stuff over the last 6 weeks. Of course, with anything you change, and even when Bruce was here, and throughout the 4 years we were here, we didn't always do everything exactly the same, and tactics change, or the way you play is changed in terms of personnel and whatnot. So yeah, there's always little changes, and you change on purpose at times, and other times you're just changing because it's best for what you see moving forward. So there's always a little bit of change, and you just try not to make too much change at one time.
And for our last question, we're going to go back to Seth McCumber with the Blazing Musket. Seth.
Hi, Richie. Why did you feel that you needed to have these meetings? What did you hope to accomplish? And what's your relationship like with Shalvi, Joseph, and Dave?
Yeah, so basically we had these meetings because we've had a lot going on, as you guys could imagine, over the last 6 weeks, and obviously with the announcement on Saturday. So it was basically the first time we've been back together since the game on Saturday night. So again, we felt it was best to collectively come together and meet as coaches and players and management, and discuss things that needed to be discussed, and then we move forward.
Okay, Richie, we really thank you for the time, and we'll wrap up here. And for everyone, thank you for joining the call. We will have a transcript out shortly, and our apologies again for not having Carlos available today, but we will plan to reschedule that very soon. Thank you all.
Thank you.